What's up, guys? So welcome to this episode of Cars and Cigars. So this is actually our first podcast episode. As you guys saw in the intro, thank you to our newest sponsor, Matador Cigars. So they're actually located in Roslyn. They have a few different locations. So tonight, we're just going to chop it up a little bit, enjoy a nice cigar. We're going to talk about some cars. So basically, we're out here in Roslyn right now.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a 7 Series and turbo.
That's exactly what we're not going to do.
We're not going to do that.
I think it's a good idea.
I mean, honestly, supercharging a Tahoe or something is not a bad idea.
Could supercharge a Tahoe. It has a rear main seal leak, which he thinks I shouldn't fix, but I should.
BMW, what doesn't leak?
Everything leaks.
Honestly, mine's leaking right now. So
I would love to build a Tahoe.
They're amazing.
oh, yo,
So our goal here is to make BMWs great again. So
Chill out, Trump. So, Sal, how did you get the idea of opening up this shop?
So, funny story actually. This is no exaggeration. We kind of fell into this out of nowhere. So, me and Peter were actually having a business meeting with a client. So we sat down with this client, whatever. We were actually buying a house together. We were doing a flip. So the way we kind of got into it is we were working on this flip. We got the deal under contract, everything. So we were just talking about our next moves, getting ready to start renovating the property and all that. So we're sitting there getting ready to close. And our client left. So me and Peter were just hanging out, we were just having a cup of coffee, just kind of game planning, putting everything together. And we literally looked at each other and we're like, dude, why don't we have a shop? Like, what are we doing? Why do we not have a performance facility, a storage facility, detailing? Like, it's what we love, you know what I mean? Like, why are we not getting into this? Long story short, we looked at each other and we're like, we got to do it. Like, we got to get a spot this week. I remember it clear as day. Me and him went back to my office, my real estate office, and we jumped on a computer and we just started searching for spots. So we ended up all over Long Island. We went Massapequa, Amityville, Copiague, West Babylon, Farmingdale, you name it, everywhere. Plainview, Jericho, Mineola, the whole nine.
Yep.
And we go to this one gas station. It was like an old gas station that was in Massapequa. So we meet the owner there. We're like, yo, he's got 3 bays, but nothing it's not a warehouse. It just didn't work. So we start chatting with the guy a little bit, whatever. And I'm like, yo, I love your space. Like, we can make it work for the time being, but it's not what I'm looking for. Like, I'll tell you what I need if you have it. Like, he owns multiple properties. So I was like, all right, let's see. Maybe he's got something that we can kind of, check out. So let me make a phone call. He literally calls one of his buddies. He's like, go to this and this address in West Babylon, check out this space, it'll be available in like 2 weeks. He's like, done. Tell him we'll be there in 10 minutes. We were 10 minutes away. We literally jump in the truck, we shoot right over there. So we get there, we meet the guy, whatever, the whole nine, we start talking, we look at the space. Like, the second we walked in that door, we looked at each other, we're like, yo, this is it. Like, I want the contract right now, I want to sign the lease.
Yeah.
We start talking to the guy, guy's like, I didn't think you guys were that ready. He's like, he told me 2 young kids were coming over, he's like, I thought these guys are, whatever, not
Tire kickers,
yeah,
time wasters, dream builder, all that, whatever.
Yeah, so
all 9.
He was like, all right, I didn't expect you guys to come in and be serious. I'm like, we're here. I have a check. I will literally drop you a deposit right now. Like, let's get this going. He goes, all right, no problem. Let me call you tomorrow. Let me start setting up all the paperwork, everything. He's like, all right, you guys can move in. We were supposed to get the keys October 1st. So he's like, I'll hook you guys up a little early. We'll give you like 2 weeks.
Yep.
Move in September 15th. So I was in Europe. Literally the day before I was coming home, calls me. He's like, hey, I got good news. We cleared out the whole shop. You guys can move in tomorrow. I'm like, dude, I'm in Europe. I call this kid. I start bugging out. I'm like, yo, we got the spot. Go over there, get the keys. So I send him over. He grabs the keys. Yep. I haven't slept in like 2 days. Our flight got laid over. We got delayed, the whole 9. I'm like, I need to get home. I'm like, I need to get home. I need to get home. I need to get home. I got a shop waiting for me. So, bro, I get home. Finally, we land. First thing I did, I grabbed my bag, dropped my fiance off. I was like, peace. I got to go to the shop. Run to the shop. Bro, I'm on like 2 days of no sleep at this point. I meet him. I was like, all right, let's go. Grab the power washer. We start cleaning the floors. I had my buddy Nicky come out. My dad, my brother, like, we were all together just
First
cleaning
thing,
up this place.
Just cleaned everything. Like, literally soaked the whole floor down.
Every
Water,
crevice.
soap, acid, like, oil stains and all. like everyone that starts off in a new shop space. Clean the floors.
Yeah.
That's like the first thing. So we had a good time with that.
Thankfully, walls were clean. Everything was good. Like we literally just got in, jumped into like a clean slate, cleaned everything up, and then obviously first thing, big dog got to bring all the cars in the shop. I had no room at the house, so literally one by one, I grabbed the trailer, the truck, and we just started loading the cars, bringing tools over, bringing everything, and shop came along really quick. You know, like I think we were 2 weeks in, and we were fully set up. Like we were ready to go. The only thing that delayed us a little bit was getting time to set up the lifts.
Lifts was a little complicated.
We had to wait for the company to make an appointment for us.
Set
Like
up
we just didn't
wiring
have.
and all that. It was a
Yeah,
little fiasco.
I had a buddy of mine come out, electrician. He wired up the lights. He wired up the lifts. So we knocked all that out. That all got done. We did it pretty quick. So once the lifts came in, that's it. We started rolling. We had jobs coming in, and that was that. The rest is history. This place kind of fell into our lap, and it was a spur of the moment kind of thing. Like we just, like a light switch hit. We were like, "Yo, we want to shop this week," and that's exactly what happened.
I've been pushing this idea since we went to. We had
Wait. His
year
famous
together.
line: "We're a 10-year overnight success."
Yeah, that is my.
that's
always been my thing, my motto, I guess, for just like my journey in life. That it's going to be like this 10-year overnight success.
Okay,
You know,
so you see how you guys started, but what makes you different from any other shop? What's
customer
so special?
service, bro. Customer service. I communicate with my customers. That's our big thing. I've been to so many shops where my car will sit around forever. Even when my car's getting done, I have no updates. Like I gotta personally go find out what's going on with my car. I mean, listen, like any car enthusiast, I love my car, dude. I don't put all this effort and time and money into my car to just have someone push it around like it's a piece of garbage. Listen, I don't have a Lambo. I don't have a Ferrari. I don't have a Maserati. But you know what?
not yet.
That BMW, that's me. You know, I did that. So
We've seen you guys work on cars. You get a car for a job X, but you're sitting there doing other things too. You're checking the car out, inspecting it, and whatnot.
of course, always, bro. Like we go over everything. Our biggest thing at the shop is QC.
But that's not an upsell. You're just trying to make sure the customer's car is good.
Of course. It's just for us it's standard procedure.
You got to go the extra miles, you know, and especially if you're getting your name out like me. When I try to start with detailing, it's like who's going to trust at the time an 18-year-old kid with like some expensive cars, you know? And at the time I was like 19, 20. I was doing close to $1 million cars, and it was like, you know, how do you trust a kid? Just leave them. And people did. They literally invite me to their house. I see this grand house and car and everything, and then they leave. I don't see them for hours. Like, you know, then they come back. Obviously, I'm sending them pictures. They're all thrilled. But the only thing that you have to separate yourself is who you are as a person. And you have to sell, like, your character. There's a barber, landscaper. There's someone who's got the same business as you on every corner, especially in New York.
What makes you better?
So what makes you better? Just friendship, character, personality. You know, be a pleasure to talk to. Be a pleasure to work with. Be honest with the people that are coming into your shop. They're coming to you because they seek your help, you know, and then you should appreciate them. They're giving you the business. Yeah, it's like, and why not, you know, take them in quick and do, you know, try to go the extra mile, all that. You know, I'll wash a car for a customer or something, anything, just to make
Listen, nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not saying we won't ever make a mistake.
Yeah.
I'd love to tell you we're the best shop.
I wish I was perfect. I wish I was perfect.
Everybody
But
makes a mistake.
Always-
Go about it. You could tell the customer, you know, screw off, whatever.
Always make your rights, man. Always make your rights.
If you assume responsibility and make it right, that's what matters most.
yeah,
You can always listen. Like I said, mistakes are gonna happen. None of us are perfect, but you know what? As from a customer standpoint, because I've been to many shops, something happens, tell me. Don't hide it from me. Don't this, that. It's only gonna make the situation worse. Let me know what's wrong. So like, listen. Let's say we have a car and God forbid something breaks. I'm gonna call that customer on the spot. Hey, this and this happened. There's nothing we can do. I'll fix it.
Yeah.
We'll get a replacement part or whatever it is. Obviously, no charge to you. Our mistake is our mistake, and I'm gonna take it like a man on the chin. That's it. There's nothing we can do. So, you know, honesty is the biggest key. You know, I've had runarounds. I've had the whole nine. And listen, it happens everywhere. I'm not saying we're perfect or none of that. You know, I'd love to say we're the #1 shop in the country. We're not. You know, we'll get there hopefully. I hope one day to be one of the best performance shops in New York. But, you know, as of right now, we're still growing a name for ourselves. So, you know, the more people we can be in front of and and engage with, and and give good experiences. Like any customer I have come through the door, I know it sounds cheesy, but I ask them, I'm like, can you leave us a Google review? Like it helps our business. And I don't want a fake review. If you had a terrible experience with me, tell me you had a terrible experience with me. Let me know where I can improve so I don't make that mistake again.
Yeah.
And if you did have a terrible experience, let me know how I can make it right to have you as a repeat customer to do right by you. I don't want...
And if we do wrong you and we don't fix the problem, leave the review. You got to leave.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
like I think you are in that you can totally rip a person. If they don't do right by you, then that's it. But obviously,
if we make that mistake as business owners and we can't own up to it, which is honestly in our case very tough because I know where I've been wronged as a customer, I'll do everything in my power not to do that. You know what I mean? So I can't let that roll over into my business. Like I've had bad experiences that I want to learn from, and I want to better my business. That's pretty much what got me into this business. You know what I mean? I've been through it all. I've built a lot of cars. I don't want to sound arrogant or anything, but I've spent some real significant dollars building cars. So it's it's I have 5 builds going on right now. I'm building my 6th car. We're looking to build another shop car. So we have a lot going on, and I've been through it. So I know where I've lacked, on the customer service side, being a customer, and I know what's been a fault with me. So we want to give the best customer service. That's our number one thing. That's what helps us stand out. And scheduling is super, super important.
Yeah.
If I have a customer lined up for, let's say, a 9 a.m. on a Thursday morning, 9:05, that car is getting worked on. I don't want you to bring me a car, unless there's a certain circumstance where you tell me, hey, I can't bring it till so-and-so. Can I bring it to you early and let the car stay there until it's ready to get worked on? Fine. Understandable. We'll work out that circumstance. But I also don't want the liability of having cars sitting around my shop.
Yeah.
I can't afford that. I don't have the space for it. I don't need that. I don't want 30 cars outside waiting to get worked on. I'd rather keep it on a case-by-case basis, keep scheduling tight. Once one project is done, move on to the next.
Of course. It ties in back to what you're saying about quality control and whatnot. But you're not rushing the car out, just to meet your deadlines. You're taking your sweet old time.
Never. If we need, that's why I don't like overbooking. We're not one of those shops that are going to be like, all right, we got to meet a quota. We have to get 15 cars out this week. Nope, absolutely not. I'd rather do 5 builds a month, but I know those builds come out perfect when they roll out the door.
Yeah.
My motto is, when a customer car rolls in, I need that car to leave better than it came in. I don't care how perfect that car is, how beautiful it is, the whole 9. When it comes in, I need that car to go out better than it is when it came. Period. No exceptions. Like I said, God forbid, and the chance, knock on wood, something does happen, it's getting fixed. There's no question about it. As a business owner, I have to take that responsibility. But thankfully, I have a team of phenomenal techs. I don't have to worry about it because your guys' QC on top of my QC is just, impeccable. Like we're what? Not even 2 full weeks into the business. We've done probably about 30 cars so far that have rolled through the shop, all from rod bearings to hubs to oil changes to brake jobs. Like we've done just about everything that we could have imagined.
A couple details done already. Coatings and stuff
paint corrections. We've done tints. We've had cars come in for PPF. Things are rolling, thank God, in a super positive aspect at the shop. So I like the way the things are going. The vibe feels great. We have a good environment. I have a great team around me, and it truly. So, kind of to go off on a tangent, we named it Dream Garage because I'm literally fulfilling my dream, his dream. Like, we come into the shop and we're like, every morning we say, oh, thank God we made it. We did this. We unrolled everything we've been wanting since we were kids. Every kid's dream is they want that cool car, they want whatever. This is what we wanted, man. We wanted this shop. We wanted this to unfold exactly the way we planned it. Everything's literally rolling out perfect. I couldn't ask for anything better. I just want my guys to keep up the QC. We'll roll out cars and just keep timing proper. You know what I mean? I want everybody to have fun.
Just gotta
take my team to the
pushing.
track. I want us to have fun. You know what I mean? I know a lot of shops aren't big into the media. Everyone's busy. I get it. But, I want to be able to take a night like this where we can just chop it up, have a little fun, do a little BSing, have a nice cigar, hang out, we'll grab a bite to eat, and just kind of unwind after a long week. You know, listen, we all work hard. I owe you guys the world, you know, for helping us get this business off the ground. Without you guys, it's not possible. So, you know, I want everybody to have a good time, feel like they're working in a good environment. You know, I want our customers to be super happy. And that's pretty much it, man. We just want to have fun. You know, this isn't really, how do I put it? Like, this is not a money business for us. You know, I'm doing this out of the genuine passion of the sport. Like, I want to go out and race. I want to go build cars for customers. Like, I want to build a car community family on the East Coast. Like, there's not a lot of, you know, shops doing a big YouTube presence and stuff like that. Like, I want people to kind of jump in with us and feel our day-to-day, kind of get to know us. You know what I mean? Like, I want to build this big, like, dream garage family where we can all be apart together and you know, really do some cool stuff.
It's got to grow past, you know, an entity and become an energy.
Of course.
You know.
Another thing is that I've been to shops. You know, not everyone can afford a German car, BMW, whatnot, or whatever. But I've been to other shops where they specialize in a specific car, a specific type of car, and I'll bring a regular Nissan, let's just say. Would I be comfortable bringing it over to your shop?
Or would you get the same treatment as those other customers?
Every car that comes in gets the same treatment. I don't care. So actually, literally 3 days in a row, we had, how do I word this? Like, no disrespect, but two regular cars, you know what I mean? Like, a regular
Everyday
family SUV.
non-BMW cars, you know. We had a Mitsubishi SUV, I had an Infiniti SUV, had something else, like a Chevy pickup truck. That was detailed, but like in terms of brakes, we did a couple of like oddball cars, you know, and stuff that can come
like,
in.
You know,
You can still take it in.
If anything, it's much easier than a BMW then, right?
Like, you know, it is.
So, I mean,
you stick to
it's a simple job.
Yeah.
Simple job.
It's a simple job. You know, like,
But if
we
we had to do a big job, we could do it.
Of course, of course. Listen, if if we can work on a BMW, we can work on anything.
Yeah. That's,
So
the concept, obviously, with, you know, you decide what your business model is, right, and you pursue that to be your focal point. So if your niche, for instance, like E90s and F80s or anything BMW, that's something that you know you could pretty much do blindfolded, right? And then you choose down the road, oh, an oddball job comes in. Yeah, we could swap out brake pads real quick for a friend's mom or this one. You know, we could do a little this, no problem. You know, it's we don't promote that we'll do certain cars maybe, but we'll try and focus, you know, on the main niche.
Okay, so you guys got the shop rolling, projects rolling. What's the plans? What do you guys plan on doing with the shop? It's not always about cars. We do other things too, right?
Of course. So obviously, as our followers, subscribers, you know, fans know, we're getting big into the YouTube scene. So we want you guys to see our day-to-day. We want you guys to kind of follow up on everything that we're doing. We want to take you guys to racing events. We want to take you guys to car meets. We're going to start setting up rallies. I have a Toys for Tots going down where we're actually going to do a really big benefit event, and we're going to do a toy drive and a donation for Sloan Kettering Cancer Hospital for Children. So, you know, we want to give back to the community. We want to have a lot of fun. That pretty much wraps up the shop. You know, we're going to get very. We want to try to get a really big presence on social media and stuff like that. So we just want everybody to kind of be along. So let me bounce this idea off you guys. It literally hit me on the way here. I have a sick idea. I'm going to let our subscribers and followers help us with this. We are going to build a car, a complete car. So we'll have you guys decide. You know, we're going to give you guys a couple options to pick from. I'm going to go buy a car, and we're going to build it completely. So I'm going to have you guys pick. We're going to kind of go by, you know, like popular vote. So let's say we'll give you guys a couple options. Let's say E36 M3, E90 M3, C63, something like that. We'll pick something. Once we pick that car, then I'm going to put up a poll for wheels. I'm going to pull up a poll. Should we do a supercharger? Should we do this or that? And we're going to build a sick car, and then we're going to give it away. We're going to give everybody a chance to win this car.
Yep.
Complete giveaway. We want everybody to get involved. We want everybody to kind of join us in the fun. We want to build something and give one of our lucky subscribers a chance to win. You know, so
How are we going to do that?
So basically, first step is I'm going to get everybody's opinion. We want to kind of feel out what everyone's thinking on what car we should build. So,
Turbo 7 Series.
Oh, here we go with this. So we're gonna let you guys pick a car, and then we're gonna slowly start modding it. So we'll have you guys in every part of the giveaway. You guys will pick it. You guys will build it. You guys will, if you guys want, we'll do a color change. We'll wrap it. We'll paint it. Whatever it is. So we'll kind of go based off of that. So I don't know if you guys are up for that project or.
Well, hold on. Question. You said BMW M3. You said C63. What separates an M or a BMW from a regular 3 Series?
Ooh, so
Why can't we give away a regular 3 Series?
we can. I'm not opposed to it. I'm definitely not opposed to it. But
7 Series?
I mean, listen.
Thank you.
An M is an M. It's the most powerful letter in the world for a reason. Let's be realistic. I know it sounds cliche.
That
I know
is
it sounds
terrible.
cheesy.
It's
No.
not the point.
But
Who wants to enter a raffle?
yeah, like who wants to jump into a giveaway
We
for?
got some nice wagon builds.
That's different. That's different. That's different.
Sedan build, sedan build.
I still think you should do a Turbo 7 Series. 1,000 wheel drifted. That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
Listen, we want to give someone the top tier BMW experience. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
anybody can go out and buy a regular, 3 Series, maintain it. It's a lot cheaper. We want to give someone the real ultimate driving experience. You know what I mean? Like, we want to get someone into a sick M car. That's what we are. We're a BMW M specialty shop. I personally own almost every generation M3. I have a G80 on order. I'm hunting for E30 right now, so I wanna pretty much give someone that same experience. You know what I mean? Like, I want to give them the real M experience. Not saying you can't get that with a non-M, but I think an M is just a bit more special.
And then I think, as Islam was saying, how do you plan on doing that? Are we buying raffle tickets? Like, is this like a prize, a concert?
No, so it's actually not a raffle. We're not raffling. We're not selling tickets for you to get a spot.
Yeah.
So the way we're going to chop it up is you're pretty much. So we have merch for sale. So you're not obligated to buy. You're not forced to buy anything. Anyone who either gets a job done at our shop or a detail or they buy our shirts, hats, hoodies, whatever merch that we have, every $10 spent is an entry into the giveaway.
Okay.
So, we have customers that come in all the time. They're getting this done or that done, whatever the case may be. We're automatically going to throw them into the giveaway.
Yeah, like a simple oil change could equal, like 3 entries right there, 2
3,
entries.
4 entries,
Yeah.
whatever the number is.
Basically, come in for your crank up and hot bearing jobs, and you're going to get a lot of entries.
200, 300 entries.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
A higher chance to win.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Yep.
And you get in a car for free. And
Exactly.
You're spending the money either way.
Yeah.
You're getting the job done.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come down to, I'm buying a spot in it. No, you're going to come to us for your performance work. You're going to come to us to buy merch or whatever it is, and you're automatically going to get entered to win this item. So it's completely free. There is no obligation for anything. If you're a customer, you automatically get a chance to win. So we're going to do something really cool. We want you guys to have a blast. And honestly, we're going to have so much fun building it. It's going to be...
Yeah, that's definitely going to be
We're
fun.
going to make a whole build series out of it, so it'll definitely be a good time.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
I got a question for you now. How am I going to word this for you? What was the hardest job you've tackled? Both of you, because you guys are, our veteran technicians. What was the hardest job you guys have tackled in your performance career?
For me,
He says he's perfect, so.
I've done it all. Nothing's hard anymore. Pause.
I wouldn't say.
I
I don't want to say hard, but it was kind of hard. But
It's just intensive. It takes a while. It's a lot of
Very tedious.
Yeah, very tedious work, but nothing really hard at the end of the day.
well, one thing I learned is that if you take your time and you slow down the pace,
Yeah.
and you do it, that way you get to examine. Like, you can't just go, hey, I'm gonna just jump into this book. You gotta sit there, start routing your game plan, figuring out what you want to go with and whatnot.
Yeah, take a step back. It's like
take
take a step back.
Take a breather, sit down for a second, just think.
Kind of map out the process, figure out your
Sometimes
steps.
Chris Fix comes up, that's okay.
Yeah.
But sometimes we gotta watch a video or something.
Shout out to
You
Chris
gotta
Fix.
let your brain be settled.
But
I'd probably say the hardest thing I ever done was start to finish pulling out full drivetrain out of a F80, tearing down the motor, rebuilding it, putting it all back together, putting it back into the car. The reason I say that is because different than like the E36, there's a lot more going on with it. A lot more sensors, hoses, whatnot. So it's just like it's not a hard process. It's just a very long, tedious process. A lot going on. So I'd probably say that's the hardest thing. It's not really hard. At least.
So, pretty much, long story short, with time comes experience. Makes sense.
Yeah, very. Yeah.
So, how long have you been working on cars?
Probably 6, 7 years at this point. 6 to 7, not 6 to 7.
My man don't age. Look at
Like
this.
fine wine.
Handsome.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
So,
Professionally, 5 years, I'd say.
okay. Yeah, so it's funny. Me and him have always been, we were what, 16 years
Yeah, wrenching on
Yeah, that's where
our
it always
backs.
starts.
Yeah.
15, 16 years old, starts like that.
I was-
Just take off with this.
So my first like real build, I was 17 years old. I built a single turbo 335 in his garage, literally on my back. Me and him wrenching. We did charge pipes.
Yep.
Charge pipe.
Yeah.
We did a charge pipe, intercooler, and a port injection system the night before race mode.
Oh.
Bro, I'm not even joking you.
Oh.
It was 4 a.m. when we put that last bolt in that. It was ice cold.
So cold.
Ice cold. I had my tuner on speed dial.
I
It was
think
ready.
I drank gasoline that night.
It was.
I did. I was underneath the car. I remember specifically,
was
and
boring.
it was like one of those.
You ever never drank any of the BMW fluids? You never worked
Oh,
on
yeah.
I never. No,
Fluid,
no, no.
fluid,
This was
yeah.
gas.
everything.
Well,
What tastes the best? How about that?
Oh, that's
Coolant's
Cool
pretty
is
good.
sweet.
Coolant's
It's actually
not
sweet.
bad.
it's like a berry. It's like a blueberry.
It's pretty good. You know, it hits your mouth, pause, and you know, it's you're like, oh, what was that?
and then you hit. You're like, nah, that was cool. That was definitely cool.
Since we're talking about
the eye is the word.
Since we're talking about tasting, we're at a cigar lounge. What are you smoking?
So, thanks to my guys here at Matadors, I'm actually trying out this new Tabernacle cigar. It's actually really smooth. It's, I'm very enclosed to.
Certain view, certain selection.
Yeah, I'm a big Liga guy. I like Liga Privadas. That's my go-to always. I'm actually trying this out tonight, and this is phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie. It's actually shout out to Matadors for the cigars tonight.
It's my first time.
So
I gotta like mine, so.
Shout out to the guys over here.
Yeah.
They literally picked it out for us, and it was actually amazing.
So these guys are some new cigar smokers. So
I
I'm
don't-
getting them into cigars.
Listen,
getting them into
I'll wear it on my sleeve. I don't do cigars often. I maybe the other stuff, but not cigars.
So I'm a big cigar guy. I like cigars. That's kind of where we got the whole
pretending to be the
cars and cigars idea. But no, it's cool. It's like I said again, shout out to our people here at Matadors. They actually hooked us up with some cigars tonight. So we appreciate you guys. Thank you for letting us use the space as well. We're gonna enjoy these cigars. So let's keep chopping it up. So let's go back to our initial interview video. What made you guys pick your first cars? Like, how did that work out? How did you guys get your first cars?
So pretty much when I was 16, no 15, I knew I was into cars. I knew I wanted a car as soon as I got my driver's license. So immediately got a job, started working.
Like every car guy.
Yeah, kept saving up my money. So the day I turned 17, got my license, went and bought a car. It was something that I could afford that was reasonable. I've always been big into making the right financial decisions, even though currently I'm not really doing that. But that's a different story. Back then, I was a little more financial.
Listen, we're a good shop, not financial advisors, okay? We'll help you spend money, I promise.
We'll put money in our hands because we're gonna spend it. But yeah, I got a '97 SL500. I thought it was pretty cool at the time. It was a cool car. It was
That
17
is
years
pretty
old,
cool.
Hard body, Benz, drop top convertible. It was like
Oh, mine was
90s.
bald.
No, that's pretty
It was
sick.
like
I don't know.
a 90s drug dealer car.
And you switched to the dark side now, right?
Yeah, I switched over immediately right after that. I got a BMW.
You learned that was a mistake
That's
real
kind of where
quick.
it started, 3 Series, water pump thermostat, that's where I first started learning. It wasn't a 335. And then I got a 335 after that, went the whole 9 with that, got another one, and it just kept getting faster and more intensive with the builds after that.
And that's going to be the plan for our giveaway, right?
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead.
We're going to do a full maintenance on everything. We're going to do the whole 9.
Make it
The car's
fast.
going to be perfect.
Amazing.
So, guys, on this note, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come right back in a few minutes. All right?
What's going on, everybody? We are back from our break, and I actually had a question that I wanted to ask, all our BMW professionals over here. I never owned a BMW car yet, Eventually, I'd like to get into an M chassis.
See, that's
So I gotta ask you guys, which is the best chassis?
Woo! E9X, baby, all day. No.
F8? Okay, wait. So E9X. He says F8X.
You hear this?
So what?
He's Team F80.
You're Team F80.
No,
Why
don't.
is everybody looking at me?
All right.
Don't do that to me.
All right, wait. This is good. So you Team F80. Why?
Faster.
It's modern. It's faster. Everything's just newer in general.
Okay.
Handling is great.
Okay.
How's it sound?
Alright, that's the one part.
You know, listen.
You gotta keep the exhaust stock.
Okay.
Sound great.
But at the end of the day,
Hold on, time out. The best part is I drove my F80 here tonight.
Yeah, man.
So
I'm just saying. Hold on. Before anything, you with the E9X full bolt on. My man over here, straight out the factory lot, still smoking.
Yeah.
Not true.
It's true.
Not true. Yo, lock it up. Lock it up.
You gotta go.
I'll put my
full
car back in
bolt
stock.
crazy.
Like,
Oh.
Mexico?
Yo, we're going back to the shop after this. That's it. I'm not having
Okay,
this. Next video.
So you like F80s. I guess I'm getting the consensus. You like a newer car, more modern chassis. You like a car built from the factory, ready to go, where you can have you have a good canvas to start with.
yeah,
I'm guessing.
everything's newer in general, so
Okay.
maintenance, it's not really much to do maintenance-wise.
Nah, hold on. We still have our Achilles on both cars, right? What's the main issue?
Rod bearings? Rod
Yeah, so
bearings.
there is
An
one
issue?
big main issue. That's just everything.
Just a little bit.
Factory. So S55s, we know about the notorious crank hub issue.
Okay.
And then E9X also has their issues too with the hot bearings.
What's cheaper, rod bearings or crank hub?
Rod bearings. Oh, yeah.
How much? Significant or?
Honestly, I'd probably say it's about between $1,000 to $1,500 difference, depending on
Yeah.
obviously what shop or.
It's not a
material.
sales pitch, but we do both.
So how about let's talk cars that are actually running. Which ones are the better driverless cars? Without talking about maintenance, but an actual driving experience. You like the E9X?
Oh, E9X all day, baby. Mechanical steering, 8,400 RPM redline from the factory, DCT, almost perfect weight balance, over 100 horsepower a liter. Come
It's a V8.
on, baby.
It's a V8.
Yo,
Okay.
you're never gonna beat that sound.
Look, I'm sorry.
All right, wait. What about you guys?
I'm geeking out right now.
What do you
said
like?
8,400. I'm just 8,250.
Oh, 8,250. Okay.
Okay,
I-
sorry, I
I
read the brochure wrong. I'm sorry.
No. He tuned it, raised the red line a little
Yeah,
bit.
but he said from factory, so 8,250.
Oh, true.
Yo,
Because I'm not.
that's not even important. Shout out to the GO RK Tunes, baby. 8,600. Yo, listen.
Alright, so we're just gonna brush off that conversation. Drivability-wise,
Forget about that.
I've had two of these now, taken them both to the canyons.
Were they both DCT?
One was stick shift,
Ah.
one was DCT.
Fairmount.
Yeah.
Fair Mountain for those on the East Coast.
You know, you put the F80 on a good track wheel setup, good brakes, you're able to throw the car around. Better car.
But let me-
70, 80 miles an hour every single turn, holds it like butter. I haven't taken an E9X into the canyons yet. I want to do that. Just picked up an E9X. Ray's over here giving me the thumbs down on that. But it probably would be better with the mechanical steering. It might be a better feel. Is it as fast?
What's wrong, Ray?
But,
Don't like E9X? What's going on? Yeah, I'm putting you on blast. I'm putting you on blast. I see hand movements.
Let me put it this way. Okay. I think majority of us driven an F8X.
Yeah.
You beating on your car. You beating on your car. I beating on car F8Xs. I literally took Sal's car out and I floor it down to the ground. But for someone like Pete, who's never been in a rear-wheel drive car, maybe.
So I've been in rear-wheel drive. My thing is like my first car. Oh no.
No, we don't need to.
We're not going into that. My first car was front-wheel drive though.
Okay.
And then after that,
Okay.
my second project was rear-wheel drive.
But Islam and
Yeah.
Sal can tell you.
Yeah.
You put your foot down to the ground. You better pray, right? In F8X.
So it's very controllable in F8X, but you also have to know what you're doing. It could go south very quick. That's pretty much every car. Mustangs are the worst with it, especially, but
That's solid rear.
But
I drove Sal's F80, and after at Race Motive, and it was
So, but don't forget.
it was close to stock, right or no? I don't.
No. So we were full bolt on E85. We were like,
Elevation was a change too, but
yeah, but
you
don't
also
forget,
gotta
you're also in a very different environment.
Yeah.
You're also in a prep ground.
Yeah, prep track.
You don't have traction.
like I noticed
completely turned
second
off.
gear, like, and I was asking you because I never drove his car yet before we did the run. So like
You need to
he
have-
said third gear when we passed the cones. I was like, okay, so like second gear I gave it a little, and I noticed like I got squirrely.
Yeah.
Like those cars, I noticed the F80 is a lot torqueier
So
compared to the
my favorite
previous.
part about driving.
Yeah.
I like when it's.
I like a car that
you
can
like
go.
feeling
It adds a
danger.
little bit of
You like
scare
li-
factor to the car.
Yeah.
Because you like living on the edge, I guess, right?
Right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
so
that's
like
That is something.
him being that he hasn't really been in like a higher torque rear wheel drive car.
My car.
I had him start like a third gear 60 roll.
Yeah.
You know, so I had him hit it from that. But like in the F80, you know, you guys see in our other videos that we've made for the channel, literally throw it first, second, third, fourth gear, and I'm literally sliding fourth gear sideways.
Yeah.
Like I'm bouncing off limiter and fourth. It's at 100 plus miles an hour. Like
It'll keep
The
sliding.
car is smooth. I'll give it
Yeah.
that. F80 is
But
very
let's
smooth.
handle it very well.
But you take an E9X. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but those cars are dead though.
NA they are. You can't
Yeah,
really.
they're dead.
I'm gonna be honest. I have a very like. I have a aggressive NA setup. I can't slide it first through fourth. Like I gotta provoke it.
Yeah, it'll maybe
Hard.
first gear.
Yeah, but
Nah,
also,
I've done
but
first
also,
and second.
but also, don't forget, when we're sitting there, top end. I'm pretty sure you broke 200 in that car already.
Actually, hold on. I can't say I have. I'm so damn close. I did 197 racing my buddy's GTR, and I haven't gone past that.
And what,
I'm
that big?
Supercharger in it.
And what car?
No, it's supercharged.
Supercharger.
Oh, the white.
Okay,
The,
I get.
Yeah, my white M3.
Oh, okay.
I could do one better than that. I raced another E9X, a E92, DCT.
We're not gonna mention no names.
No names, nothing. I did beat him, but it was 6-speed manual versus DCT, and we did side by side. We're doing 197 as well.
Yeah.
We took it to 200. We didn't care.
Yeah.
At that point, it was just, yo, listen, the car handled perfect.
Yeah, my Crown Vic, when I brought that to 140, it was like, nah, son. It was like,
So-
certain cars can't take it.
it was
It's funny that you said that. I noticed that, and I don't know why. I'm still dialing in the suspension on the F80.
There's no dialing. I already know what you're about to say.
I'm gonna
It is
throw the
very
coils. It's
shaky.
bouncy.
It's
Yeah.
I
very-
don't feel comfortable.
So if you put the car on coilovers, good coilovers, you won't have that issue of really tightening, especially if you have EDC. So my last F80 had EDC. It had the KW Posket on it. I've taken it up to like 185. Handled great, not bouncy. My new one, it's on lowering springs, no EDC. It's a very bouncy.
But-
I'm scared to go over 140.
I could argue with that actually because Sal has EDC. He has the Has kit.
I hate it.
My
I'm
girl
honest, I hate it.
had an F82. She had the Has kit. I put it on EDC. You can't say that both of us got our Has kit on installed wrong or anything because I've done plenty of them. I've done plenty of F8Xs
Yeah.
and whatnot. And guess what? It still shakes. After 120, it's actually very sketchy.
I don't like it.
It
Like
sounds-
I can be
doesn't
on
feel
perfect road, and I'm like, why is the car fighting me?
Yeah.
But the E9X, I can do almost 200 miles an hour,
And it's
time after time, and I'm like,
It feels a lot
Click,
more
click.
sturdy, yeah.
bro, I just feel like I'm gliding through. I'm planted. It's perfect.
And we can put I have a Has kit on my car. I'm perfectly fine. I know you have Olins on yours.
I have
but-
Olins on it.
I mean, that's a whole different ballgame.
I've had, honestly, I think my favorite, it's a little aggressive for the street, but I had Club Sports on my white car.
He has a black Amex. But yeah, you know what I mean? Like
It's in my
think
pocket
about
now.
it. You know what I mean? Like,
They took it away from me because I don't make good financial decisions.
Not at all.
you know what it is? It's just like what you can say. Like I'm not. I love that FedEx. I do. I hate the sound. I would get one, but I wouldn't keep it forever. You know, like the E9Xs. You see my boy Sal? He's been in and out of E9Xs all day long. And what's the only thing he keeps saying? E9X for life.
I would definitely do a
Always.
sedan. I've told him I
Always.
love the E90 sedan, especially with the manual. As
But-
well as
New motor, is it a better S55?
No, it's definitely a better S.
It's a better S55.
It's an S55 on steroids. I
Yeah.
think it sounds better.
100%.
Stock turbos look like the.
But I don't know if I
turbos
want
for-
to. If I could literally live with that front end.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love it.
So
Yeah.
the front end used to hate it. A lot of people used to hate it when they first released, but it grew
They
on
released
most
it in
of them.
bad colors, man. They
Yeah.
released it in bad colors.
Truthfully, it's like I don't know what BMW does, but I don't know what BMW does, but you know what it is? It's like their M340s look better.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
So you know what? We'll leave that for the next episode. Guys, we're going to wrap up this episode tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed it. We're going to set up another one. We'll see you guys in the next one.
G Garage.